So are you working on trying to get out of debt and build a financial future for yourself? My name is Brandon Schuppe. I am a certified financial coach, and my goal is to help get you out of debt and help build the foundation and structure for a successful financial future leading all the way into retirement. So I've been talking about baby step number 7 over the last week. I talked about baby step number 1, which was to save $1,000, put it into a high interest savings account or even a money market account. I talked about that here about a week or so ago. And then we talked about baby step number 2, which was to pay off all of your debts except a mortgage if you have a mortgage. And basically paying off your debts by using the snowball effect. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, go back and search for my baby step number 1 and baby step number 2. But today we're talking about baby step number 3, okay? So this is important because if you remember when I talked about baby step number 1, I said we're gonna save $1,000, but we're gonna build on this later. Well, guess what? That's today. That's baby step number 3. So baby step number 3, okay, we're going to talk about how to put 3 to 6 months of your monthly expenses into a emergency fund. So how do you calculate that, first of all? Well, now that you got all your debts paid off, okay, and maybe you have a mortgage, but you still have utilities, you've got insurance costs, you've got things like that. You got to list all of these items on a monthly basis and what are your monthly expenses, okay? And you take that and then you just basically multiply it times 3 or up to 6 months. The other question that I get is do I put in 3 months or how do I know to put in 6 months? My suggestion is that if you've got a really good steady job and you're really not worried about anything, you get a W-2 at the end of the year, it's a good solid job that you have, then I would say 3 months is probably good. But if you've got a job where you're an independent contractor, you own your own business, maybe it's a new job, maybe there's some uncertainty in your job. When you got a job like that, maybe your job fluctuates, seasonal work, things like that, then I would suggest that you put 6 months away, okay? One way or another, 3 to 6 months, and you put that into that fully funded emergency fund that you started the $1,000 with, okay? And that money's gonna sit there. And it's exactly what it is. It's an emergency fund because life is now starting to look better because you've got your debts paid off. Now you're putting money away and you're saving money up, okay? If your transmission goes out in your car or a hot water tank at your house goes bad, now you have the money where you can go and actually pay to get the work done versus driving a car around with a transmission that's ready to blow. But you could start taking care of yourself now, okay? Because you've got the money and that's what it's there for. So work on building up that 3 to 6 months of expenses, putting it into this fully funded emergency fund, okay? And then what we're gonna do is then we're gonna start talking about baby step number 4. So in the next day or two, I'm gonna put out another video because it's not all about just paying off debt, but it's all about building wealth. And that's where we're gonna start getting into it with baby step 4, 5, 6, and then all the way up into baby step number 7, okay? So now, if you need some consultation and you need some guidance and some help on maybe getting a little bit more detailed with these steps, feel free to reach out to me. All of my information will be provided here. You can reach out to me at any time. We can schedule a time to get together. But in the meantime, I appreciate you watching this video and taking the time. And as always, make it a great day.